Women are different from men. If I asked you this question, would you agree or would you not? Surprisingly enough, I would say I do agree. That is correct. Women are different from men. Anatomically we are different, genetically we are different, and physically we are different. It is true that we are not the same, but it does not make us women less significant, less powerful, less capable, nor less qualified. The issue with gender in this day and age is that people tend to mischaracterize and miscategorize gender as if it plays a role in determining who is stronger, who is better, who is smarter, and who deserves a seat at the table. Gender, surprisingly enough, still plays a part in deciding whether you get a job or you don't. Let me give you a real-life example of what happened to me. Last year, I was honored to be given the responsibility of being president of my faculty student union. And during the election campaign, I asked one of my friends, who happened to be a male, to be my vice. A lot of my peers and friends assumed and asked me, who was the vice? Who was the president? They automatically assumed that I was the vice and he was the president merely because it is uncustomary for a woman to be in a higher position or ranking than a man. Subconsciously, people had a predetermined setting that when a man is sitting next to a woman, he would be in a higher position than her. And I'm not saying that this is necessarily wrong or that you're sexist if you think you do. I would blame it on the fact that we are rarely seeing women in places or rankings of higher power, making our mindset automatically assume that they can never be in those positions anyways. If I asked you today to name the top 5 or even top 10 leaders or people who you think are influential in the world, I would guess that you would name 1 or 2 women and the rest of the list would be given to men. Does this mean that these men are truly the most capable and most appropriate for the role? Perhaps, but I am too willing to bet that if women were granted the same opportunities as those men did, they would be the names on top of your list too. Now, I'm not trying to hate on men. That is not what I am aiming for. I am simply trying to point out the mistake that our society makes and continues to make, which is not granting women the access and opportunity to be seated higher up, to be given a seat at the table, and to even be considered. To create a world that is truly equal, gender should not be a part of the equation. Gender should not prohibit you from getting certain positions because you're too emotional. Gender should not stop you from getting higher education because you're getting married anyways. And gender should never be an excuse to step on potential, talent, and grit. When I say that I am a feminist, I'm not saying that I hate men. When I'm saying that I'm a feminist, it doesn't mean that I want all women to rule the world. When I say that I'm a feminist, I am fighting for the rights which were so hard-earned by my predecessors, for they can have the equal access and opportunities that they have today. But that is not enough. I am a feminist because I am fighting for a world that can weigh women and men on the same standing, where people can look at women in the same light that they see men, and we will be considered in the same way as men do. My point is that you don't have to be an activist to be a feminist. You don't have to hate all men to be a feminist, and most importantly, you do not have to be a woman to be a feminist. The moment you believe that women deserve the same rights, access, and opportunities as men do, you are a feminist. Thank you.